Welcome to the Artists Studio. In this episode, we meet the classical superstar, Lang Lang. Born in China, Lang Lang played his first piano at the age of 3. Swapping cartoons for composers, he went on to study in Beijing and the USA. Today, Lang Lang inspires audiences with his emotive playing, whether in solo recitals or with major orchestras. From the 2008 Grammys to the 2014 World Cup, from the 2010 Beijing Olympics to the Queen's Diamond Jubilee concert at Buckingham Palace, millions of people around the world have witnessed his magic. Beyond the global spotlight, Lang Lang devotes his time to cultivating tomorrow's pianists through his foundation and as a United Nations messenger of peace. We caught up with Lang Lang at the 2016 Abu Dhabi Festival.
You started playing at the age of 3. When did you first realize that piano was you wanted to pursue professionally?
When I was 5, I started playing first recital and competition in the same time. And I felt, even though I was in a bathroom like 10 times before the concert, because I was a little bit overwhelmed, by the concert. But on the stage, I felt pretty great. I felt so comfortable, and this is what I like to do. I felt that I'm playing better than normally, and somehow this process of making music uplift me into another person. So I felt, I should become a pianist.
What role did your father play in your career?
Yeah, my father is almost like my personal coach, and he was quite hard, quite pushy. But we today we have a wonderful relationship, But before we were always quite intense between my father and I. Yeah. But the good news was we had the same dream, so that worked. But if we did not have the same dream, then it will be quite difficult. Yeah.
In your experience, how does mastering a musical instrument enhance a young person's life?
I think if you are concentrate on something which you like to achieve and you really kept your kind of promise to yourself, whether study piano or doing something else, it doesn't matter. The process, the progress are the same. You believe in what you do, and you try to kind of inspire yourself from learning from the others, and learning from the actions, and to always get better, to always follow through, and to deliver what you need to do. And I think when you have that progress set in the right tune, you basically can achieve everything.
You are committed to training young musicians through the world, and you have both foundation and school. Why is mentoring so important to you?
I have been very privileged to get great trainings, from the great musicians. And I think every musician needs to give back to the society with what he or she have learned. What is the best thing happening in our life, we need to share to the others to make us a better teacher, to make our society more connected. And I think that's our responsibility, and you cannot just take from people, not giving back. I don't think world should function like that.
Many young Emiratis are studying the piano today. What does it take to be a good pianist?
In the beginning of study, we always need to find, what you call the tradition. We need to respect certain way of building up the piano playing, music making. But after that, we need to start like empty paper. We need to create or recreate the moment. We need to not copy what the great musicians already have done in the past. We should learn from the great musicians, but we also need to start our own voice, our own signatures in the pieces, our own interpretations. That's, gives a really sense, as a musician, that we need to be free our mind and to create something which we believe is very sincere, very emotional, very advanced, very connected, and being not just a kind of typewriter, just type the note. No, we need to recreate the moment, and we need to give each piece a very meaningful approach.
What do you think is the future of classical music in the Arab world?
I mean, I played in countries like in Emirates. This is actually my third time. 10 years ago, I was in Dubai. And then in 2009, I was in Abu Dhabi for the first time. And this is for the second time. So I'm very, very happy to perform here, and also to work with the musicians from the Emirates. Like today, we had three wonderful musicians, and two are actually come from Emirates. And from the past, I also performed in Lebanon, Egypt, and I must say I really enjoy playing in the Arab world, which I feel the passion for music here. And also in this beautiful land, people have their own beautiful music, and which I like to explore more in the future. Maybe I can play a kind of a concerto based on the culture here.
You perform over 100 concerts a year all over the world. In your opinion, how does music go beyond borders and language?
For me, playing music from all over the world, it gives me the great experience, to really understand the culture around the world, and to really becoming what you call a global citizen. And I think we need those experiences. Otherwise, I can maybe perform 20 concerts a year, but I don't get those messages. And I also need constant being on stage, to feel, this live experience. And when I don't perform for 4 days or 5 days, I felt something's wrong with me. I felt that my hand need to move and my mind need to travel. It's just a really weird feeling. But nevertheless, I like to go home to, sleep in my own bedroom, and to really feel not just staying in the hotels or always traveling, always taking a nap in the cars or in the planes.
You've achieved so much already. What are your goals for the future?
I really hope that music education will goes into every school in the world. And for me, music education is so important because it's changed my life, and I really hope that we can create more better method, better way of connecting through music in the regular schools. And I want everybody have a great time in music and helping them to become a better person.
Lang, thank you for coming today and for the Artist Studio interview.